Moving on, from Prime Minister Narendra Modi to other leaders of the governing party and opposition leaders to common people, Indians paid their respects to the slain soldiers on the 6th anniversary of the dastardly 14th February terrorist attack on its paramilitary forces in Jammu and Kashmir's Pulwama district. The Fedayeen attack carried out by Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed had claimed 40 Central Reserve Police Force personnel lives. India had then launched a massive operation involving the elimination of the terrorist group's module in hours after the attack and aerial strikes on terrorist camps in Balakot, a region in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, where all the terrorists are nurtured under the Pakistan establishment's direct watch. As a convoy carrying over 2,500 paramilitary personnel moved along a highway in Jammu and Kashmir's Pulwama, a suicide bomber rammed a vehicle packed with 80 kg of explosives into a bus carrying 40 CRPF soldiers. The gut-wrenching visuals of the attack still evoke grief and anger, marking one of the deadliest terror incidents in India's history. In response, Indian security forces launched a two-pronged counter-offensive, neutralizing multiple terrorists on the ground and carrying out precision airstrikes in Balakot. However, the wounds of the attack remain fresh as the nation continues to mourn its fallen heroes.
हमारे जवानों ने जो शहादत दी है वो इनका नाम स्वर्ण अक्षरों से हमेशा अमर रहे और इनको हम जैसे जब भी इनकी ये 14 फरवरी आएगी इसको हम काला दिवस के रूप में हमेशा मनाते रहेंगे और इन जवानों की श्रद्धांजलि को हम कभी नहीं भूल पाएंगे।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, senior leaders from the government and opposition, and citizens across India took to social media to pay respects to the martyred soldiers. To mark the anniversary, citizens organized processions condemning Pakistan's continued support for terrorism and demanding justice for the fallen heroes.
पुलवामा में जो हमारे शहीद जिन्होंने 14 फरवरी 2019 को जो है अपनी जान की जो शहादत पाई थी, तो आज उसी के सिलसिले में हमें उन्हें श्रद्धांजलि देने के लिए हम बाद नमाज मगरिब जो है वो हमने नमाज पढ़ने के बाद बच्चों ने, बुजुर्गों ने और सब ने जो है उनके लिए दुआ गो हुए। हम अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त से ये दुआ करते हैं कि उन्हें जन्नत अल फिरदौस में आला मुकाम हासिल हो और उनकी आत्मा को शांति दे। उनके जो भी अहले खाना है भगवान उनको जो एक सुकून की ज़िंदगी है वो अता करे। इसके साथ साथ हमने पूरे मुल्क के लिए बिलखसूस जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए ये दुआ मांगी कि कुछ अंदरूनी साजिशें और कुछ बैरूनी जो ताकतें हैं जो हमारे मुल्क को जो एक साजिश के तहत जो है कुछ अनासर ऐसे हम उनके लिए दुआ की कि जो नज़र लगी है हमारे मुल्क को अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त उनसे बचाए।
Since the attack, India has presented irrefutable evidence to Pakistan, exposing the presence of terrorist groups operating on its soil. However, Islamabad has refused to take any meaningful action, continuing to shield and sponsor these groups.
During investigation, the NIA filed charge sheet in the court of law and presenting all the evidence how the explosive material was smuggled in, how a boy was motivated to become a suicide bomber, a vehicle was procured, and all this execution of terror incident of Pulwama attack happened. Everything is on record. I don't want to repeat that, but I think involvement of Pakistan is known to everyone all across the world, not only India, and there is very, very hard evidence against them. So let them, they say one day something, the other day something else. They continue with their policy of bleed India by 1,000 cuts. and jihad and Ghazwa-e-Hind.
India's security forces have remained vigilant against further terror threats. In 2024 alone, security operations in Jammu and Kashmir led to the neutralization of 75 terrorists, with 60% identified as Pakistani nationals, further underscoring Pakistan's deep-rooted involvement in cross-border terrorism. Despite a military-level ceasefire agreement, Pakistan continues to violate peace efforts by waging a proxy war against India. In recent days, cross-border firing along the line of control has escalated, with Pakistan's Border Action Team attempting infiltrations into Indian territory. Security reports confirm that Pakistan maintains multiple terror launch pads along the LOC to facilitate infiltration attempts into India.
There is no change of heart in Pakistan's deep state, the Pakistan's army and ISI, and they continue. They have not closed the training camps, launch pads. Whenever they get opportunity, they try to infiltrate people, realizing that Kashmir is slipping out of their hands, particularly after abrogation of Article 370, and things have tremendously improved. Infiltration has come down, the local recruitment has come down. So under Asif Munir, the Pakistan Army is trying to revive Pak-sponsored terrorism in Kashmir. So one major pillar is infiltration, and for infiltration, terror launching pads are important. So they continue all along the LOC and the IB sector.
Despite mounting global pressure, Pakistan continues to provide financial, logistical and operational support to terrorist groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hizbul Mujahideen. These groups thrive in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, receiving weapons and ideological training under the supervision of Pakistan's inter-services intelligence and military establishment. The Financial Action Task Force and the United Nations have repeatedly censored Pakistan for its state-sponsored terrorism. Yet, Islamabad remains defiant, using POJK as a safe haven to fuel instability in the region. As India remembers its martyrs, it remains resolute in its fight against terrorism, ensuring that those responsible pay the price for their actions.